Alright gang, we're about half a day away from 2016, so new year, new content. Let me know what you guys want to see. I want to try and do stuff maybe a little more informational, a little more educational. I understand not everyone understands like some of the nuances and pull up politics kind of around the public hunting in Hawaii and things like that, and I'm gonna try and go over that maybe in this year. But for some new stuff this year, our buddy Steven, we both shot on the Ohio State rifle team together, and he's come home for New Year's and he wants to go hunting on Mauna Kea, and with a lot of luck maybe we'll find a sheep on Saturday. But today he hasn't shot his rifle in a while. We don't know, I haven't done a whole lot of testing with it either. It's an old Remington, but 30-06, and what I want to go over today is first shot clean bore accuracy versus dirty bore second shot accuracy. So in a lot of just factory rifles and even target guns too, what you find sometimes is the first clean shot goes maybe a little different than where the next dirty bore shot goes, and in some guns it could be quite a big difference. And if you do have that, you should know that, because the first shot you take on an animal, if you have a clean bore, may be something to consider, whether you need to go hunt with a dirty gun or whether you're fine just going taking it straight out of safe clean and go hunting with that. Usually what I see is first shot clean bore goes slightly lower than the next shot dirty bore, but we're gonna check that here and hopefully get some results with it. Hopefully Steven remembers how to shoot still and doesn't botch this up, but we'll see. Alright gang, so the gun we're using is it's an old model Remington 700, bought off of, actually he got it off of another guy that shot on rifle team with us in high school, right?
Spencer, I got it.
Off of Spencer. So ammo we're using is some cheap Federal Power Shock ammo. You can get that anywhere, 30-06 caliber. And he just checked, made sure his barrel was clear of any obstructions, because they haven't taken it out of safe or even seen it for years. And we're just setting up, getting a good steady rest. We have a scope to spot and everything. But what we're gonna go over is practice that. I'm gonna go over some other little things, that not just the first shot to the clean shot to dirty shot thing, but I want to go over some other little nuances that we've picked up in target shooting through my years in collegiate rifle. And one of those things is the value of dry fire practicing. Dry fire meaning not actually shooting a shot, you just hammer down. So open the bolt, cycle the action, no round in the chamber, and then pull the trigger and hammer slams down. But some people don't like that, because you know, some guns they don't like getting the hammer smacked like that. It needs to have a round. So you can buy some stuff in the store called snap caps. You can look them up. Most high quality guns though, this is not a problem. When I shot in college, I used to go some weeks just dry firing. I never even shot a single shot, and then just go straight into competition. And the thought process is that when you're dry firing practicing, you're getting rid of the stimulus of a recoil and all of that, and you're solely working on sight picture and trigger press. So sight picture being on the target and the gun snapping off with the sights on the target. If you can do that, you can hit the target every time. Doesn't really matter what you do after that. So we're gonna work on here, since he hasn't done it in a little while, and use this gun. It's something that maybe even it's a gun you haven't used before, maybe a friend's or something like that, and you want to learn the little subtleties of the trigger, how it breaks, that kind of thing. That's another thing you can use dry practice for. So try to do some of that. Okay, another thing to notice, that a lot of folks, when they go hunting, they usually got a sling on the rifle. So shoot with the sling on, but the word of caution is that when you put the sling there to rest, make sure you don't have any tension on the sling. With wood stocks or stocks, actually any stock for that matter, you don't want to put any undue pressure on that stock and kind of torque over the stock, and including the action and barrel in any fashion. You're going to get inaccuracies if you do that. So make sure when you shoot, even when you're hunting out there, you don't want a whole lot of tension on the sling, unless it's like, you know, it's a target gun, it's designed, it's very stiff for that. But most hunting rifles, hunting stocks, they're not. So be cognizant of that. And then he's just dry practicing here, making sure the sight picture is on the target when the trigger breaks. Okay gang, so another little nuance we just came across was he hasn't shot this rifle in a while, so we grabbed a bunch of boxes of ammunition that he had lying around. And we realized the boxes were slightly different. And anyway, the lesson to get out of this is that sometimes not all factory ammo is the same. And the key to getting consistent shooting out of factory ammo is to use the same factory ammo. Makes sense, but how do you tell that? Oh, what the manufacturers do is they have lot numbers on the boxes. If you look closely here on the inside tab on this box, there's a number there, and they make this lot numbers basically when they do one run of the machine or one production cycle, they lot them all the same. So you could basically say that the rounds inside of that lot number are the most consistent to each other. And you can get a different box, and this one doesn't even have it written in the inside tab. It has it written on the stamped on the side of on the back of the box there. So these two lot numbers actually don't match. It's the same manufacturer, same bullet, same everything, but the lot numbers don't match. So what we're gonna do is take the one he has more of, sight that in, make sure that's all good, and then we'll check both lots and see if they have the same point of impact. But checking lot numbers is something important to do with if you're gonna use factory ammo. Alright, so another little nuanced thing is what we call calling your shots. So when he fires, boom, your gun recoils, he always brings the sight back, and then he thinks back to what was the last thing he saw or how he felt about the shot. Calling the shot is, did he call it good when that trigger went down and the gun recoiled? Was that sights on? If it was, then you can probably call that shot good. How did you feel? Did you feel tense? Did you feel nervous? Did you feel nervous? Maybe that wasn't such a good call. So he called it first one pretty good, and he called the second one, maybe he said a slight little thing, but we'll see, it'll show. We saw where the first round went. We'll check on the second and show you the result of what it is from clean bore to dirty bore. Okay, so we're at the target. Steve did a great job. He still remember how to shoot, so it was pretty good about it. Check it out. So I don't know if the sun can see this real good. I'm gonna turn it around for you guys. But here we are. So his first shot out of the clean, cold bore was right here, about 1 inch low from the center, and his second shot is dead on right in the center there. So the first shot, in a sense, in this example, the first shot being clean barrel, 1 inch low, and dirty barrel right on target at 100. I think when we last used this gun, dang, I don't even know, maybe I can dig up the video. He actually shot a pulled ram with it back in, like, yeah, 2005 maybe, I don't know.
6 or 7, sophomore year, 6 or 7.
7 years, yeah, 2006, 2007 or something. I think we sighted in at 100 dead on, so it's still dead on at 100, and he can still shoot straight. It's you know, it's good equipment too. It's a fixed 6 power Leupold scope, old scope, one of my dad's old scopes from, she's probably back in the 80s, so still works. So the hypothesis holds true. They typically, what you'll see is they'll shoot about 1 inch or so. They'll just shoot in general relatively lower than the dirty barrel. And that's something really important to know, because if you're like some of those folks that you see on TV, like they do this long range shooting and long range hunting, whatever stuff, if you're shooting 1 inch low here on the first shot, and your first shot's gonna be out there at, you know, these 800 yard kind of stuff, you're gonna be what, 8 inches, maybe more lower at those distances on the first clean cold barrel. This is a very good made rifle, so you know, you see good stuff like this, but I've seen some other guns that have like 2-3 inches low on that first shot. So it's important to know this. If you don't know it and you go in the field, you might miss, or worse yet, make a bad shot. So as a hunter, it's your responsibility to know these things. So just wanted to share that little tip, and hopefully that helps you guys, and go ahead and check your guys' rifles. Aloha. Alright, so welcome to the target. We just shot the other lot of Federal 150 Power Shock ammo. And he had another strip over there that was federal cartridge, looked like 150 rounds, and weren't really sure because it's kind of old or what lot it was, but we shot him anyway just to check the consistency, and real pleased with the results. Let's go look.
It's almost like said.
Oh. So we're at the target. So if you guys recall, this is his first clean bore shot that about an inch low, no change, no nothing. Shot the second dirty bore shot right up here in the middle, and then we took the second different lot shot, touching rounds. This is at 100 yards, and then we just took another one that we had lying around, and he said he called it slightly low, and we got a little low here, so all good, I think. Based on what you see there, any of those 3 lots we can take and use. And I just gotta make another comment. I've seen Remington shoot good out of the box, but I've actually never seen Remington shoot that good with factory ammo. I expect less than an inch group, but I think this thing, if we just shot the same lot, we're probably gonna get, jeez man, we'll probably get a 1/2 inch group or less out of this thing. So I gotta attribute that to the shooter though too. I think he kind of knows what he's doing.
Little bit here and there.